Don't you think that University Women's Club members act to foment that kind of interest in a community?
Yes, I think they have through the years.
Yes.
Very definitely.
Tell us, Florence, how this club came to meet in Community House.
Oh, that I think was by mistake again. A lot of things seem to have happened just by chance in our early days. There was and still is a college women's club, which is composed of the wives of faculty members and any female faculty members, who at that time were limited to about 3, I think, because MacDonald Institute had been closed during the war years. And so when this club telephoned to some office at the university and asked for permission to hold the meeting of the University Women's Club in Community House, the person at the other end of the line mistakenly thought it was the college women's club and said, yes, of course.
Yes.
You didn't tell them.
We were well established there for 4 or 5 years, I think.
Oh, yes.
Before it was
Very
suggested
pleasant place to meet.
And then we went back, I think, to Massey Hall.
Yes.
Still on the campus, but by no means the posh atmosphere of Community House.
What about speakers? Have there been any speakers over the years that have
Oh, do you
Oh, marvelous
remember
ones.
or changed your heads?
Do you
Oh,
remember
yes.
Mrs. Lang?
Yes.
From
in-
Pittsburgh.
Oh, the hat.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
She came to speak to us about fashion. And I remember her telling us what was suitable for hotel wearing. Believe me, what she had to show us didn't really rate the Royal Hotel in Guelph. But she also told us a story which I have repeated time and time again. It was when she was a child in a convent school, I think. And at a speech night, they were required to get up and tell a Bible story. One little girl in the class lisped badly. And she got up to tell the story about Mary and Martha. And she said, when Jesus came to Mary and Martha's home, Martha was busy trying to get supper. And Jesus said, Mary, don't fuss so. Just a simple little supper will do. And Mrs. Lang used this story to talk about what would suitably be worn for a simple little supper.
Oh, dear.
That is funny.
Doris, your antiques group, I think, became very active. Yes, in working for the museum.
Outings. Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
when
yes.
Oh, yes.
The catalog,
helped
yeah.
in the museum in the beginning years. Yeah. You see.
Catalog
Good
the
things
things.
have happened from
In
the
fact, I
university.
think, Doris, it was at your instigation that the antiques group met at your home to form an auxiliary.
Friends of the museum, and I think they were all university women in that group. And we worked very hard at the museum and had a lot of fun, but we worked. We talked a lot, but we accomplished a lot. We really do foment, isn't this interesting?
That's a good
How
word.
things
Yes.
get started.
Marvelous things about this Club Marg. If we have something that bothers us or see something that needs to be done, we can start a group.
Yes.
I claim that that's part of the whole education process, developing the confidence in your own ideas to act upon them. And that if you lack the discipline of some education, it's harder. If we're involved in lots of institutions, and certainly education comes out of institutions, which are so much under attack now, what's good about it? What's good about education? Why did we consider this something
I think
was a
we
good
all,
thing?
I think we all considered ourselves to have been privileged to have an opportunity to have higher education, as the term is used, and felt that other people should have a similar opportunity.
Am I glad you said that? Because I think there's a current abroad that among some people that says that it's not a privilege, it's a right, and responsibilities may not go with this privilege.
And in my own preachy way, I've always felt that it's important that we turn back into the community. But we were lucky enough to take from the community.
Yeah.
Certainly our fees at the time I went to school didn't remotely cover the costs. So the taxpayer was subsidizing.
Another area, Georgie, which I think you were very much involved in, was entertaining foreign students.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, I think you had your own private bureau and entertained a good many of them, but I don't recall just what year it was I became involved in it, but Carlton was telling me that the club had been involved in this kind of project for some time. But I remember being chairman of the committee for 5 years and found it was a marvelous experience. That one year we had 60 overseas students who had invitations to Guelph homes.
Yes.
And some of these friendships developed into wonderful relationships. That it was very educational as far as the children in the homes was concerned too.
Yes, it will
And
be.
this was a first opportunity for a lot of people to, for instance, make friends with students from Africa. Up till then, all we knew about them was what we'd heard from missionaries.
Yes.
Don't forget to mention, Georgie, what you did with these people was take them on a toboggan party.
I remember the toboggan
Those
party.
from Africa must have been a lot of fun.
No, it's Irene McCrimmon that gets the credit for that. I would never have gone tobogganing.
Well, I went tobogganing with them. I remember that. And it was fun. Some of them hadn't seen snow before, of course. And they were just...
And the women of the University Women's Club all provided food, and then
for them.
a
Yes.
more group
Yeah.
went up and went tobogganing and served the food.
Yes.
I think we've all proved to our own satisfaction that the club has been worthwhile.
Well, we've
Yeah.
belonged for 50 years. So that's a recommend, isn't it?
I would think.